So I'm KAASHIFAH BEUKES. I'm the CEO of FREEPORT SALDANHA, one of the special economic zones. It's located in the Western Cape, in and around the port of Saldanha. So I think Saldanha represents quite an amazing and interesting opportunity for the green hydrogen sector. We see it as one of the first movers for South Africa's projects in the pipeline, because it has so much enabling infrastructure already invested in it. It has an operational port, there are railway lines, but importantly and quite compelling is that it has a steel mill. ArcelorMittal has been operating the steel mill there for many years. Unfortunately, it's gone into care and maintenance over the last few years. And we're working with Sasol, ArcelorMittal, and many other project developers on the notion of the green hydrogen opportunity in Saldanha. It has existing industry, like the steel mill, but also all of the associated engineering companies in and around it. Another value add to Saldanha as a first mover is in the mobility sector. So there's quite a lot of heavy haul, long distance freight that happens from and to Saldanha. I think these multiple end use cases, if you will, of the green molecule make Saldanha quite an interesting first mover. Some of the major challenges, and I don't think South Africa is alone in this, is that this is a new area. Yes, hydrogen has been around for many years, and luckily South Africa has, the institutional and the industrial know-how to produce hydrogen at scale. But the greening, let's say, of the molecule is new, because there is a price premium to be paid in first takers, first movers. I think that's the major challenge, is that clarity of we all need to ensure a transition in our energy, in our industrial systems. But who is going to stimulate that market offtake and the pricing that goes with it? And what agreements can be forged internationally to foster that pioneering work in the beginning. So I think it's all wrapped up in that. It's about this is a new field, in terms of the price premiums, and giving clarity and certainty to the financial support that is going to be offered. The other thing also is the standardization and certification. We know that South Africa does not have, it has a mixed electricity system. And we are trying to transition, and we are examining and exploring the value of this new frontier of investment. But we need to make sure that the rules of participation, the way that we certify and standardize our investments and our projects, don't hinder South Africa's existing industry to participate and transition themselves. What we're also focusing on is the necessary skills development. We have a long history in the Freeport of making certain that we put the benefits and the potential of the SEZ front and center to the very people that we hope will draw upon them. So we have been doing skills development, enterprise development, supply and contractor development for many years in the Freeport through the levers and the programs that we have. And one of the first things that we did was we sought out partnerships with like-minded institutions and raised the awareness on this aspect of skills for this industry that still needs to be competitive and accessible. So we're looking forward to partnerships that we forged in the digital technology space, in community engagement, all aspects of skills development to complement the future growth of the SEZ, but the region in its entirety. So as chair of the SEZ CEO Forum, we communicate and we work and we collaborate a lot across the SEZs. Some SEZs have been around for many years, and I think for those that, you know, for the longer ones, like for example, Kucha or Richard Bay, they are doing quite well. They're forging ahead in their sectors, in their areas, and even going outside of South Africa to share their unique experiences and skills. And I think that part and parcel of that is also looking at trade enhancement across the continent. I mean, that is one of the core aspects of any SEZ program, wherever they are. It's about trade and investment. So I think that with the good work that is happening in each of these SEZs, that they stand poised to really be a catalytic lever for continental trade and investment. I think that's really the next, I want to say, frontier for the SEZ program. Reflecting on the summit earlier this year, I really enjoyed the summit. The diversity of the attendees makes it quite a useful platform to engage with. The range, and then therefore the range of the topics that it tackled and put on a platform was quite useful. A lot of good connections were made during the summit, and I look forward to the next one, building on from this year. So I think that South Africa has unique value proposition in the green hydrogen sector. And the one thing, and I know that there's quite a lot of news about it, and it almost, one would think that we are, playing catch up to some of countries that have gone before. But what I draw upon is that the green hydrogen economy is for largely for industrial purposes, and we have proven that we can make the molecule and that we have very competitive IP in this field. So I think that South Africa has a very unique value proposition to add to other areas, and also that it has existing industry where in the new areas of where production could be. So in the Northern Cape, the Western Cape, and the Eastern Cape. It's a really interesting time for South Africa in its electricity and its energy transition journey.